I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. So welcome to day 3 of spring cleaning, kitchen edition. Before we get started, yes, that's a fever blister. I know, we're gonna ignore it. Anywho, so in today's video, we're gonna start with the junk drawer and then we're gonna go on to the lower cabinets. I know, we gotta tackle those too. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Now it's time to tackle those junk drawers. So junk drawers are really interesting because they're like a necessary thing, but not really. You know, we need that drawer to just hold those items that don't have a designated place in our kitchen or in surrounding areas. But for some reason, it just starts to collect junk and it becomes a mess. So anyway, what I like to do in the junk drawer first is, as always, as pretty much everywhere, is to take everything out. The different thing that I do with a junk drawer is I do always add some type of organizing product because there's so many categories in a junk drawer and they need their own space. They just do. So in my junk drawer, as you saw, it is filled with these organizers, which are from Dollar Tree. When we first started using them, they were great. And then over time, I realized that they just don't fit in this drawer. I think I have a drawer organizer upstairs in my office that can fit in here. I think I'm gonna use that. And if I have some room, I still may use these clear organizers, but if not, I'm not gonna use them. They're just not as efficient in this drawer as I thought they would be, but they still create division. So I'm back and forth on whether I should still use them or not. So I'm gonna go get that organizer. I've had it in my office for a long time. I think I have 2 up there. I'll show you guys what it looks like, but I'll see if those work. And if not, then for now, we're probably gonna end up using these and then eventually, oh, that was my face. And then eventually I'll change them out, but we'll see. So, all right, I'm back. So these are the organizers I'm gonna use. I actually was using them for other stuff in my office, but I don't know, they just don't fit in there. So I've been wanting to use them somewhere else. So will they fit next to it? Oh my gosh, why do they fit? Why do they fit perfectly? Okay, cool. So what I'll probably, see, we lose a lot. So what I'll probably do is bring these forward and then put 2 of these. I had to dump this out. And then put 2 of these in the back just for now. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that works. Cool. Yeah, I like that. And I think, and 2 will definitely fit. And I feel like this makes more sense now that we have more sections. So some items that are few can sit in the small sections. And then of course, items that are large or that have many can sit in the larger sections. But this holds what? 4, 8. There'll be 10 sections compared to 6. So I feel like that's gonna work way better than 6 because 6, I was struggling with 6. So I love it, yay. Okay, oh, I know what I wanna do. So before, if you watch my video where, I did organize my junk drawer, I've organized my junk drawer a few times, but my recent one, I ended up putting my batteries in this bag and it's been cool, but I don't like it. So I think I'm using that organizer now. I'll just put the batteries in one of these containers. I'll put the batteries in one of the compartments. That's what I'll do. Take them out of the bag, put it in the compartment because this is not as efficient as I thought it would be. It's not. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So these are the items that sit in the junk drawer right now. Oh, well, maybe the battery can go in. No, I like that in there. So, and some things need to go, like for instance, we never use that. I mean, not really. I've had that probably for like 5, 6 years. This needs to go. Let me just put my throwaway stack over there. Okay, why is this here? Oh, I guess from the coffee that I guess I was saving it so I remember what coffee I usually get from Young Hustlers, but I don't need to keep that. We definitely have tools everywhere, as always, as most of us do. For some reason, I hold on to my flour food, but I never use it. And they still last for 2 weeks. This goes to my office. We also, oh yeah, let's create a pile for things that don't belong. These, I'm actually going to donate them. They've needed to be donated for a long time. So utensils are great. This is trash. This is our batteries. Tools. Okay, so let me go ahead and put tools in one section. And we do have like a toolbox in the garage, but I do like to have a set of tools in the house too. It's just a lot more convenient for me. All right. These are not actually as efficient as they are supposed to be. Who remembers when I got this? I never use it. Donation. Never use it. This is Sabria's. I'm gonna put that in her room. We always have keys. Tool. These are Sabria's chore chart stuff. Okay, tools. Okay. Gotta have my scissors. And then this is Sabria's. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go off camera and work on this, and then I'll show you guys what everything looks like afterwards. It looks like I'm only bringing like 4 items upstairs, but everything else needs to stay here. You know, the junk drawer, it serves a purpose. It serves a purpose. It's just junk that you need for some weird reason. Do we need a lot? No, but we have it. And for some reason, we just find a reason why we need it. So if you have a junk drawer, if you have 2 junk drawers, I think you should try to eliminate and create one, but I understand. Just make sure you're on top of it so that it doesn't get chaotic. So now that the junk drawer is done, we're not gonna be focusing on the lower cabinets behind me. And then we're gonna hit the other lower cabinets. So first things first, let's go down. Hello, welcome to my kitchen floor. All right, so let's open her up. She's not too bad. She's not too bad. She needs some cleaning and, you know, but anyway, that's my husband playing the Oculus. So first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take everything out and we're going to go through everything. There are some things that I am still debating on whether I should keep, which means this is the perfect time to go through it. I'm literally just going to use my island. So I'm just gonna be pulling everything out. Do I need 3 corianders? I don't know. Coriander, colander? I never get it right. Game changer. So basically down here is where our pots, our small appliances sit. This is probably the largest cabinet. No, it's not. It's the lower cabinet that kind of makes the most sense for these items to sit. But it works. Oh my gosh, she is a heavy girl. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, okay, you're working. Awesome. So these are our lids. And we also have a few, well, this is actually a splatter thingamajig. I thought it was a colander, but it's not. I remember watching something and I was like, oh, we have that. That's what that is. Now I know. All right. Oh, that's heavy. So we've had this for a while and I absolutely love her. This organizer, it's like a shelf extender. It's a great way to add more storage in a space because you're basically lifting up the shelf and you now have this extra space to sit things under. So I love that. And then oh my gosh. And then we have this bad boy. Ooh. All right, then we have these. And I think that's it. This is what came out from under there, which honestly isn't much. So I am gonna leave my lids here because we're keeping these two. But I do have a dilemma. For some reason, I'm not sure why we have this extra lid, her, and I'm not sure why we have this guy. So most likely these two are leaving. We've had those for a while and I was going through our very minimal pots and pans and I was like, where in the heck did this come from? My assumption is we used to have pots and pans that the lids belonged to, but we just don't. And I don't know when we got rid of it, but it doesn't matter because it's leaving. All right, so I'm just gonna go through some things. I actually got this from a thrift store. I cleaned it really well. We have yet to use it, but I will because I love making like avocado toast and just anything with avocado. And I feel like it's just such a great, like, I was gonna say utensil, but thing to have. So I'm gonna hold on to it for a while. I'm gonna hold on to it for a few months. If I don't use it, I'm gonna get rid of it because it's literally just sitting there. It's super heavy and we don't keep it out, which is why I feel we don't use it, but I'm gonna be more intentional with it and try my best to use it. Anywho, we use these for marshmallows. So this is staying. Sabria and her dad love that. And we have this slow cooker. We haven't used it in a while, but I am starting to get more into cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it for now. But again, if we don't use this in a few months, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Like, we're not using this slow cooker. Why are we keeping it? Anywho, even though we haven't used her in a while, still gonna keep her, especially when we grill like salmon and like fish. So we're gonna keep her, and I think this goes to, honey, what does this belong to? What? This. Oh, bye-bye. Happily. Under here, we had pots and pans, we had small appliances, and then we also had like baking items, grill sort of items. So I feel like that's probably the best use for this lower cabinet, especially because we have a limited amount of lower cabinets. I'm going to reintroduce these. So I feel like having multiple categories in one space works when you have a minimal amount of stuff. If you have a lot of stuff, I would say separate your items into categories. So it's a lot easier for you to have access to your items. If you don't have a lot of storage, then of course, mix it in. There is really no right or wrong way to do it. All right, so I'm gonna reintroduce these drawers to you. If you watched my kitchen videos, really any of them, I feel like I've mentioned these so many times. You probably have seen the debut of these. I really love these because they allow you to have access to the back of your cabinet without really hurting your back because your girl has a bad back. So this really helps. And it pulls out pretty far enough for me to get access to whatever sits on it. I love it. It was super simple to install. I install them all the time in clients' homes, and it's just something that I'm always going to take with me even to another home, unless I make sure that I add drawers to my future kitchen, because kitchens with drawers, chef kisses. Anywho, there's crumbs down here for whatever reason. Don't know. They like to make their way everywhere. I'm going to vacuum it first, spray it down, give it a nice cleaning, and then place everything back where they belong. All right, she has been vacuumed. Now I am going to spray her down, wipe her down. She deserves it. as I mentioned before, this is another cabinet where our small appliances sit. And they also have drawers. You see them. For the most part, we're keeping everything, you know. This is where our Vitamix sits and our waffle maker and toaster. We use all of these items all the time. But one thing I do know for sure is some of the stuff back here is going. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out. I don't think I've ever used this. I've never used this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the donation pile, which sits on my table. And then these two things right here are also going. I never use these. I think we use them once or twice, but they're just not ideal and they're extremely difficult to clean. I need ease. I like simplicity. So that is going. And I'm also gonna get rid of this. I had a time when I was all about creating bath salts. So I got this mold, but I have yet to create them. Actually, I did it once and then I just stopped because it didn't come out the way I wanted. So she's going and then she's staying, but I'm gonna move her because I'm not sure why she's under here. And then we have Sabria's bin. So this bin has Sabria's items. She does actually still like these. I think they're a bit like, this is when she was much younger and we had them down here so she can have access to it, but she still likes it. She can access the cabinets now, but she still likes it. So of course we're gonna still let her use it. And then she has her lunch kits here. We're gonna keep these, of course. How cute is this? How cute. So cute. It actually has still has a cup in here. When we do see her this weekend, I'm gonna actually see which one she does wanna keep, because she does have two, because I want her to make a decision. I do think it's important that children are able to make a decision when it comes to things that they want to keep. Of course, if you see that they're having a difficult time doing so, and then I will come in and help them make decision making a bit easier. Especially if they're older, I like to let them make decisions as well, because this is their stuff. Again, I'm keeping most of these items. I do have some stuff I'm getting rid of, but for the most part, we are gonna keep everything. We do have it empty, which is good. And I'm still gonna put this in there because I might actually just designate this to her vitamins, and even though it's pretty large, but her vitamins and other things that she takes on a daily basis. But maybe, we'll see. We shall see. Why do you have three?
Two of them are for the Vitamix and one of them.
This one. Yeah. This is also a great time to clean your appliances. Like, waffle maker up here is really gross, so I'm definitely going to soak it and clean her. I'm gonna bring back in all of her plates, but I'm actually going to wash them first. So I'm gonna go clean this and these dishes right now. And the next spot will be is the other lower cabinets inside the kitchen. So now we're going to tackle the island lower cabinets, which sits our glassware. It also sits our bakeware. But for the most part, we use pretty much everything in here. So I'm sure there's something we can get rid of. So as always, I'm gonna take everything out. I'm gonna look through everything and kind of just see what we don't really use, you know? Yeah, I'll do that. This girl is bossy. All right. By the way, if you watched that video, you saw when I debuted these. I love these. Oh, they're literally the perfect size for our glassware containers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through everything as usual. As I'm looking at some things, I'm like, when's the last time we used this? I don't know. So I do see one thing that we definitely can get rid of. And I'm noticing that I have some of my old containers in here. I'm not sure why I put them initially, but I'm sure there's some things we can get rid of. Maybe. Leslie. So the labels on each of these organizers are labeled a specific size. So basically, like, this is for large containers, small containers. You know, I think I have one for medium and then I have one for lids. Right now they're kind of like mixed in. So I am gonna go through everything and kind of put like the item in its correct bin. So I'm going to, so these are lids. This is Sabria's water bottle. That's what that is. This belongs to something that I got rid of. So this is going. I have my recycle bin over there. Actually, that's probably trash. All right, so I think this bin is my medium. Yep, medium containers. Let me turn the label my way. And I'm just gonna put in our sort of medium containers, kind of like these in here. And then this is actually a pretty small one. And then I'll put in our small ones in here, which they're kind of following suit a little bit. I should probably change it to like round containers and square containers because they're a bit mixed, but whatever. For now, this is broken. Where are you? Where is this container? I don't know where she is. We're gonna look for her though. Okay, so we got small. I personally do like to kind of file, I'm gonna say file fold, not file fold, but I like to file stack, I guess, these containers so they're easy to kind of get and pull out rather than having to take one off of the other. So that's what I'm going to do. I know it's loud, I'm so sorry guys. I at least do it for most of them. Okay, I do have a few back there. I only have really 2 large ones, so I'll definitely put these here. So it's, yeah, small, medium, and large. I have a few over there. This we can let go of because I actually use a white one and I really love that one. This I never use. Actually, the top for this I use on the white cake stand. Basically, I would never use this. So this is actually gonna be donated. Okay, right, what else? Okay, I'm gonna be using this in the pantry, so I'm gonna actually keep it here. So these containers, okay, so these containers are our pantry containers, which I'll hold on to. This one can actually go into the garage. We don't use these in our pantry any longer, so I might as well get rid of it. We do have a bin for our water bottles, which actually is this one. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm also gonna put this one in here, which was in the other lower cabinet. This is a medium container, which I'll put here. That's actually my mom, so I'm gonna take her out and I'm gonna put her to the side and give it to her. So in this one we have our, do I have like our gadgets? Well, I don't have anything on it, but this is where our mixer is and our can opener, our electric can opener. And then we also have some other containers, which I do actually I like to use those for certain things. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't use these for our strawberries because we have a much larger container that I use. So I am going to actually get rid of this. These are from the Dollar Tree. If you saw my Dollar Tree video, you probably saw when I got these, but I'm not using them. I thought I would be, but we have a larger one and we've kind of been using that one. So that one is gonna go. And then this is our bakeware. So our baking pans. Yeah, and they, you know, they've been sitting here, they fit well. I actually love to bake. I haven't baked in a while, but I do love to bake. I actually have a baking cabinet Sabri and I love using. So for sure, this is something we will keep. And also, as you saw in my other lower cabinet, we have a glass baking pan, I guess that's what you call it. And she's too large for this container, so she sits over yonder. Okay, I think that's it. Let me go ahead and put this over here since we are getting rid of it. But yeah, for the most part, I'm keeping everything. Again, we do have this bin that holds our excess containers that we typically use in the pantry, which I probably will be using. I've been thinking of changing out my pantry bins to the home edit option, but I kind of like the glass one that we're using, so I'm still debating on whether we should use it. I don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Let me go get the other ones to make sure that they fit. And yeah, and decluttering is done. We actually have a few lids. I'm almost thinking we should probably get a larger container for the lids, but they do fit. So you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Nope. Honestly, I don't see any crumbs in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spray it down. I don't see anything that needs to be vacuumed. So I'm skipping that step. All right. Oh, she's been wanting to get clean for a minute. So I'm still using a cleaning cloth. I actually changed her from the one I was using earlier, but I'm using a cleaning cloth. I feel like it worked really well, but again, I am going to look into getting some microfiber options. And if it's gonna make the process of cleaning easier, sign your girl up. So now I'm gonna bring everything in and put them in their respective spaces. All right, so we got our unused organizers, which I kind of like the idea of having them here. Typically they would actually sit in the garage, but I kind of like having them here because there are times when I need to add or kind of remove some organizing products from our pantry or other spaces in the kitchen, and I like having her accessible. All right, our baking pans. Then I do lids. You know, I'm not gonna push it all the way back. I think that's good. All right, and then we're gonna bring in our medium containers. I need to write a label on this. I don't know why she's off. Anyway, all right. Okay, so we got our large, we got our medium, and then we have our small. Oh, perfection. Okay, cool. All right, that looks good. So to finish this area off, I'm gonna write the label on this container, and then I'm gonna put her back. I think I'm gonna label her like, I don't know, maybe electrical appliances. I'll probably just label it small appliances because they are small, and then I'll put them back. By the way, I'm going to tackle that whenever we organize the fridge. But anyway. So the next lower cabinets we're going to work on are the ones that sit near the sink. So the cabinets under the sink, and then the one next to it, which holds all of our trash bags. All right, so let me sit down flat. Our trash bags sit here. So we have our regular trash bags and our contractor trash bags in the back. Contractor bags, maybe. And then we also have some mittens here. This doesn't belong. She's getting out. They're gonna fall. So we have two sets. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these. We don't use them. So I'm gonna get rid of those and just keep these. We do keep these hanging on the door. I can take this bin out too. So now we have a shelf that's empty. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna take these out. Ooh. Hey, you need to sit here. There we go. I'm gonna take them out, kind of just roll them neatly So I purchased these bins either from the Dollar Tree or the Container Store. I can't remember. They're pretty flimsy, but they're really good quality. It still doesn't say. Again, contractor bags. Still have them. I love them for stuff like this because they're not the prettiest to look at, but they still do the job. I guess we're doing this on camera. Never mind. But I'll do this one behind me off camera. I'll do it off camera. All right. Spray you down. Let me just take her off. I'll just place them in here because they keep falling. All right, so you sit in the back, you sit in the front, and you sit on top. For now, at least. All right. Simplicity at its best. So this is the end of the video. I know I was supposed to add in the pantry, but again, I don't want this video to be so long. Plus the pantry deserves its own video. Maybe I'll combine it with the fridge. If not, I'll just do it on its own. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. So hopefully this video inspired you to get to cleaning, to get to spring cleaning, to get to organizing. And hopefully by now you have started the process or you're at least thinking about it. So thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you on day 4, which is going to be the pantry. I promise this time. All right. Bye.
Just pulled up to the house.